Hi guys, in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys on a personal level about motherhood and how you can really feel lost in motherhood. And then on top of that, you're trying to please everyone comes before you, and plus you got hormones and so much change going on that it can be really hard to navigate this time in life. So on today's video, I hope if you are a new mom that it really helps you, or if you know of a new mom that you send this video to her. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because subscribing and liking just helps me continue to make this type of content. Everything changes when you become a mom. Your body, your mind, what's important to you, everything is all scrambled and mixed around, and you're trying to figure out how to navigate life in your new normal, which is a good thing, but also we can get really lost in it, right? So I just wanted to share with you some things that I did for myself that I feel like really helped me during this time. And it doesn't mean that I didn't and don't have bad days, because human, we all do. But I think some of the things that I implemented in my life really do help me on those days that I'm like, who am I? Where is she at? I just feel like I'm a mom and nothing else is important about me. So I'm gonna share some things that I do with you. But before we get started, I want to share with you that if you are feeling depression, anxiety, anything like that, reach out for help. This video is more lighthearted, and if you're really struggling, the bravest thing that you can do is reach out to someone. I've shared with you on Instagram, if you follow me over there, that I struggled with postpartum anxiety and had to go reach out for help with that. So there's no harm in reaching out for help, and I want you to, and your kids need you to. There's a reason why when you're on an airplane and the flight attendant comes to you and says, put the mask on you first and then your child, because if you're not okay, no one's okay. So I just want to tell you and encourage you to reach out if you need help. But in this little lighthearted video, I hope these little bitty things can make you feel like yourself and feel really good. Okay, so the first thing that I did to make me feel like myself, because once you are just in it, you have a newborn, your hair is crazy, you have throw up on you, you have poop on you, you just have all these things going on to where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to freak out if I don't have a moment of fresh air. And like, you look by the mirror as you pass and then you see like this gremlin and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm looking like a gremlin. What is happening to me? So I had those moments for sure, and not every day was a good day. But I started implementing this thing in the morning that really helped me, and it was 4 things that I laid out the night before that I did to make me have a really good start to my morning and make me feel like me and not the gremlin in the mirror. And there is no shame in feeling that way, or even taking some time and not changing your clothes for days. I wanted to say weeks, because I'm pretty sure I lived in a robe for a few weeks after having my boys. But just to feel like myself again and bring life back into me and think, yes, I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I am Raven, I would lay out 4 things every night. The first thing that I would lay out on my sink, by my sink, is a piece of jewelry, a lipstick or a lip gloss, something to put my hair up, or a brush. So I would brush my hair, put my hair up, and perfume. As you know, I love perfume. So those 4 things, when I woke up in the morning, as soon as I got a chance, whether it was like later in the day or I just got a minute, I got the baby, strapped the baby on me, and I would do those 4 things that just made me feel better about myself. So the first thing is putting on a piece of jewelry, usually even if it was just my wedding ring, or if it was a dainty necklace or a pair of earrings, just one piece of jewelry that made me feel pretty. And then the second one is lip gloss. So when I put on a lip gloss or a lipstick, I just felt a little bit more put together, like a bare face, a lip balm. I was just clean, fresh faced, and felt really great about myself. And it was just a little something that I did for myself. Then the third thing, brushing my hair, just even if I put it in a slick back bun or I twirled it up and put it in a clippy, getting my hair under control made me feel better about myself. When I would walk past the mirror and just see myself, I felt more confident, and I just felt better for the day, like I could tackle the day. And then adding perfume. Perfume is super personal to me. I enjoy perfume, so having that little bit of myself and what I liked on my body made me very confident. And honestly, it made me want to get out of the house. So if I did those things to myself, I was more apt to go out. I was more apt to be in a better mood. And just overall, I feel like those little things made me a better mom because it didn't make me so depressed, to be honest. It was just very simple things. I actually started incorporating that when I was pregnant because, as you know, your body is changing, you're swollen, you look in the mirror, you don't recognize yourself. And I was like, you know what? Let me do something to my hair. Let me put on a little tiny bit of makeup and some jewelry and just feel a little bit more feminine. And I really enjoy feeling feminine. So that was really important to me and helped my mood. It really did boost my mood. And maybe this doesn't resonate you. Maybe it sounds like a chore to do those things, but maybe you really enjoy like putting on a lotion or something like that. Just a tiny little thing that you enjoy about yourself. Enhance it, because during this time of motherhood, we're really put on the back burner a lot of the time. So there's no one that's gonna do a little something for you than yourself. So just doing a little bit of something for me, whether it's like popping my lipstick on, my hair, whatever, it just was a little bit of love and care towards myself. If perfume, makeup, and things like that are not for you, maybe it's that you have a favorite jacket that you like to wear, or a favorite workout set, or a favorite pair of tennis shoes, or something that you love that you can put on every morning and just feel like, yeah, I'm myself, I like this, and I'm gonna start my day on a good note. So another thing that I did that made me feel more like myself and made me feel good about myself is to have a 5-minute makeup routine. Now, this may not be for you, so you can skip this part on to the next part because the next part might help you. But for me, makeup is therapeutic. Makeup made me feel confident about myself, and doing a quick little 5-minute routine really made that much of a difference. I didn't feel like a zombie. It was like I looked in the mirror, I saw myself, it was like, okay, it made me change my mindset about myself, that I wasn't some machine that was just trying to keep everyone alive, even though I was. It made me feel more human and more like a woman and more womanly. And it just gave me kind of that boost of confidence that I need to keep going. So you may be wondering, how did you find the time to do that? Well, there were a few things that I did because this was important to me. I would either strap the baby onto me, and it didn't matter what time of the day I would put on my makeup. So it may be 6 a.m., it may be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No matter the time of day, I would strap the baby on if he fell asleep, and I would put my makeup on. Or as he got older, I would put some toys in the floor of the bathroom and then just let him play and put my makeup on, and it always made me feel really good about myself. But like I said, makeup is therapeutic for me. I enjoy it. I like to play with makeup. So if that's not for you, I think that you should do, and everyone should do, my next suggestion, which is a simple joy every day. When you have the free time, when the babies go down for a nap, even if they're asleep for 5 minutes, what can you do for yourself? You could have a cup of coffee, you could take a hot bath. What are some little simple joys in your life that you can make sure when your baby goes down that you're doing for yourself, just to show yourself a little self-love? You could read a book, have a hot shower, call your best friend, listen to a podcast. Anything that you enjoy, or like, oh, if I had the time, I would do it, do it. And then my next suggestion that I did for myself, make those simple joys a little bit better by investing in those simple joys. So what I mean by that is, if your simple joy is having a cup of coffee, get a really cute mug that you love and have your coffee and your favorite creamer in your fridge and really enjoy that cup of coffee. I know it sounds a little silly, but if you invest in those little joys, it makes it that much better, and you're doing this for you. So it's just a little bit extra for you. So if you like to take a hot bath, maybe get a really pretty fragrance to put in your bath, like a bath bomb or a shower gel or something that's just gonna make that bath even better. And add a little candle or something like that to make sure that you're taking care of you where you can, and just adding a little bit to spice it up. That also leads me into saying that, dressing yourself is really hard. your body's changing, you're nursing, you're feeding babies, things are happening, you don't feel like getting dressed, none of that. So what I suggest is to buy a really cute set of PJs or a robe. And you can have this robe in the hospital while giving birth and then wear it throughout the newborn phase and even the toddler phase, and just really invest in what you're wearing. So for an example, with Gates, I had a really fuzzy brown robe that was so soft and so comfortable in the month of January when I had him and it was still cold outside, and I loved and wore that robe out. I still wear it even when it's hot outside. And for Max, I invested in a robe called the Mason Gray LA. And that company is so awesome because they have baby swaddles that match. They have baby pajamas and toddler pajamas, so you can even match with your little baby, or you could put it on your registry so someone can buy it for you. And having a really cute robe on, even if I didn't leave the house and I just threw my hair up, like I was telling you guys the things that I laid out in the morning, I just felt better and put together. And who doesn't love a really cutesy, comfortable, soft robe? So you want to be comfortable and you want to be the best mom you can, but adding that little bit of something to your wardrobe or that you're going to live in and investing in yourself is very important, in my opinion. Okay, so another thing that I did was for my house, to brighten up my house, because when I had Gates in January, it was dark. And so I think we had an ice storm and our electricity went out at one point, and it was like so dreary. For 2 weeks, it was like nothing but ice and snow. And I was getting so down. I think Adam had to come in at one point and he was like, "Have you been outside of the house in a week?" And I'm like, "It's been like 8 days. I haven't been outside." And he was like, "Get outside." So getting outside and moving your body is so important. I can't tell you how important it is. And so after Adam suggested that, it was January. It was ice outside. I couldn't go outside. I was getting really kind of dark, deep dark in my head. And going outside for just 5 minutes, even though it was freezing cold, was so good for my mental health. It just gave me a breather. I could just have a moment of breathing in that cold air, and I was ready to get back at it. So I think moving your body in any way you can. I also implemented, since it was the winter time, to move my body is I would put on jazz music and I would dance with the baby in the living room just to like get my body going and moving and having a bonding moment with him, but also for me mentally, getting up from nursing, getting up from holding the baby, and us spinning around in the living room was really good for my mental health. But if you have a baby in the summer or the spring, going out on those early morning walks were key for me, especially with Max, who was born in July. Getting out before it got too hot and get moving, it was like the world opened up. When I would go on a walk, I would be so in my head and so kind of dark and cluttered in my head. And then once I got going on the stroller and would make it down the block, and by the time I got back, I would feel so much better. It was like my world opened up. Everything was going to be okay again. And getting a little bit of vitamin D and getting my body moving was so, so important for my mental health. Another thing I did was make sure that I had fresh flowers in my house and a candle, especially during those winter months of having a baby, because you can feel like you're living in a dungeon because you're taking care of this baby needs you, you can't go outside, you can't go anywhere. And so having some fresh flowers or even fake flowers like I have in my bedroom just brightened up my living space to where it just made my home brighter. It made everything better. I know it sounds so silly, but making those places as beautiful as you can with a little simple flower arrangement or candle just kind of put a little beauty back into my life, where it seems like I was kind of going down a dark place, if that makes sense. So those were just a few little tips that I did for myself that I really do think helped me, especially getting over those little humps of having some dark days, because we all have them, especially as new moms. Our hormones are just so crazy, and anything you can do to balance it out and also just balance your mind and your body to the change of what's going on with the new baby and your relationship with your husband and like feeling like you're on the back burner. There's just so much. We need to give ourselves grace. So that is my small little list, and there's many more things that you can do and that you should do for yourself, but those are just the things that stick out to me that I did for myself that seemed to really help. But I just want to encourage you to reach out if you're feeling depressed or having anxiety and it's just not under control. Reach out for help. There's no shame in that. I did it. You could do it. But also in the comments below, if you have been a new mom and you have some advice of little things we can do for ourselves, leave them in the comments below so that we can help some other new moms out. I'm sure they would appreciate it. And I want to keep having some more conversations with you about being a new mom and the adjustment of being a mom and all the fun things that come along with being a mom too. So make sure you like and subscribe. It helps me make more of these videos, and I will see you next time in next week's video. Bye.